Well, Smoke, you got a deal.
I got one more condition.
What's that?
We get there. When time come, you let me help you kill him.
Hey, you're a funny bugger.
Got him loose.
Yeah. You got yourself a deal, Blackie.
Got yourself a deal, Mike.
Black History Month you find ridiculous.
What? You're gonna relegate my history to a month? Oh, what do you do with yours? Which month is White History Month? Well, come on, tell me.
Well, I'm Jewish.
Okay, which month is Jewish History Month?
There isn't one.
Oh, why not?
Yeah.
Do you want one?
No.
I don't either. I don't want a Black History Month. Black history is American history.
How are we going to get rid of racism?
Stop talking about it. I'm going to stop calling you a white man. And I'm going to ask you to stop calling me a black man.
It's crazy that Rosa Parks was idolized for not getting up, but Jesus is hated for being hung. What kind of logic is that? Everyone wants something they can see to believe in. But what if everything you've been seeing has been staged, magnified, distorted, and designed for your destruction? Most who know won't tell, and those who don't know hate when they're being told. There are billions in the world, but only a few hundred shown on TV at a time for you. So why can't it be controlled? Now I need you all to really follow me on this. Television aired its first show in the 1940s, right? We talking about the beginning of television, 1940s. I've been telling you all that these televisions are molding you, grooming you, and lying to you all at the same time. What taught you your so-called black history that you cling to today? I'll tell you. The teachers in school and the television.
And the early English settlers who were called, class? Pilgrims! That's right, the Pilgrims, very good. The Penguins.
Most of us have never experienced the opposite race being racist toward us, but still we cling to this garbage they fed us. And I know I will get tons of comments under the video of people explaining how others have been so racist towards them, and I understand, but they too have been groomed by exactly what I'm about to break down in this video.
Left side!
Wrong side!
Left side!
Wrong side!
Left side!
Wrong side!
Left side! Left side!
The public schools are nothing but Masonic organizations to weed through the young bottom feeders, to pick the ones they deem best for this satanic society they are creating. That's why you have valedictorians and salutatorians and such that shine above the rest, showing you that it's all a game to get to the top of the pyramid. And this Rosa Parks story is deadly too, because Rosa Parks was a high-ranked Eastern Star linked to Freemasonry. Whenever they place these Eastern Stars in your face, it always has an agenda behind it. And before they get in front of you, in your face or in front of a single mic, they are well taught and are obedient to the task at hand. She helped shape the mindsets that most still walk around with today. And in order to control billions, they have always done it by separation, division, and or segregation. Now, how ironic is it that one of the first things they bring to you on the television, once it was created, is division and splitting the people up. Truthfully speaking, every civil rights leader they have ever shown you on a television is a sellout. You don't get on TV unless you've sold out. Rosa was on TV so much around the 1950s, her middle name should have been Broadcast. Not only did Rosa Parks get on the TV, she received plaques, Golden Plate Awards and has a transit city named after her. She was on a TV show entitled Touched by an Angel. They did like 7 exclusive shows on networks in her honor. She had 17 books out in circulation. They named streets after her, boulevards, avenues, and even the Rosa Parks Way. To some, she was a civil rights legend. But to me, she was simply a hired hand in a racial discombobulator under the Eastern Star Movement. Rosa Parks' movement went hand in hand with Malcolm Luther, who was another Mason sellout.
Tell Rosa Parks died.
Man, ain't nobody exempt in the barbershop. You know that. Ain't nobody exempt. You can talk about whoever and whatever, whenever you want to in the barbershop.
Why you gotta tear Rosa down like this, Eddie? You know you're wrong. Keep on walking. You wrong. You walking by yourself this time, pal. I ain't with you. I'll tell you one thing. You better never let Jesse Jackson hear you talking about that.
See, if it wasn't for them, the slave movies that Hollywood keeps shoving down your throat, they would have no effect. Rosa Parks and Martin's story also helps you to accept that only blacks were on plantation in the days of old, when really blacks and whites were on the plantations in the days of old. Man, we done got played. And even though I'm woke to this, by the grace of God and the wisdom of God, I say we still, because for the longest I thought these people actually held value in our lives. And now that I am older and wiser, I see that they are nothing but actors. Did you all ever stop to ask yourself who took the pictures of Rosa Parks sitting at the front of that bus? As if she had paparazzi following her around or something? If it was a so-called color guy snapping the photos left and right, why aren't the white people in the picture looking angry towards the colored man having their photo? And if it was a white man, so-called white man with the camera, why wouldn't Rosa address the random so-called white man snapping her pictures everywhere? That's kind of creepy if you ask me. Isn't it ironic that there is always a cameraman on standby to catch these moments? Just like there happened to be a cameraman to catch the people pointing their finger after Malcolm was so-called shot. These cameramen always catch the moments, the right moments, right?
Oh, maybe somebody can! Is that our cameraman? He's matching him stride for stride! He's run the whole race with that camera on his shoulder! Just incredible!
I'm telling you all, life is all what you believe, man. And for most people, sad to say, it may be too late before they finally get it. This Rosa Parks story has become so successful in destroying our true history that is biblical that they won't even let the bus die, man. They claim they found the bus that Rosa sat in. It was rotting away in somebody's property being used as a tool shed. They claim they refurbished it so that the future generations can see it. You know, man, I mean, over and over and over. Y'all listen. When I tell you, you must question this. If they won't even let the bus die, man, they won't even let the bus die, y'all. And all this Rosa Parks stuff came exactly 100 days after Emmett Till's story, which we gonna slice that up later. But don't y'all see the hook, line, and sinker effect? Now, I am by no way saying that there wasn't racial tension in the land, or aka the world at the time, but these acts were only placed before you to ignite a fire instead of diffusing a situation. As long as people are on the earth, there will be differences. But all I'm saying is these puppets were put in front of you to program. The whites you saw in the picture with Rose on the bus, they were either high-ranked Freemasons themselves or either sons or daughters of Freemasons who would later rise up the ranks. At age 11, Rosa enrolled in a so-called industrial school for girls, which basically means Masonic school. The school was funded and started by women from England named Alice White and Margaret Beard. They groomed these women in Eastern Starship as well as educated them to the point that they could easily come out and deceive you. Rosa Parks stated that when she was sitting on the bus, she didn't move because she thought of Emmett Till.
When I was on the bus the time I was arrested, the only thing that was on my mind was that I did not want to be treated in that way.
You see how every act they come out with directly links to the next, and they all run concurrent and they coincide? Now there was no social media around the time for people to even express to the world how fake it was or how overly stretched the whole thing was being portrayed. And most people around that time are dying off now due to old age, so there aren't many to confirm how the state of the world was when this propaganda was being forced on the masses. For instance, I showed videos where the caravan of so-called immigrants forcing their way into America was fake. Now, I know this, and those who follow the channel know this, but a 5-year-old right now doesn't know it. Now, when we who know are dead and gone, they can just go in the system, erase all of my videos about it and everybody else, you know, and rewrite history for the next few generations all over again. So where the caravan news was fake to us, it then becomes a reality to all those who follow after us and who believe it. You can rewrite history into whatever you want if there's no truth floating around to put up against it. Why do you think Obama was so quick to take a picture on the so-called Rosa Parks bus, y'all? Because he is mocking you, mocking those who are asleep. He knows in order for the pyramid to maintain, stories like this must go on. You know you aren't a regular person when Bill Clinton speaks at your funeral, man. And it was held in the same church where Ariana Grande was up there with that short dress on, putting on the show for all them weird, horny puppets. That entire church is filled with lost souls, man, who do not respect the true and living God at all. Let's face it, Rosa Parks lived like a rock star, an idol, a celebrity, and has been made a mental martyr for the so-called African Americans. And the day you realize that African American only means dark Englishman, you will finally wake up. Listen, y'all, Black Lives Matter, all that garbage was created to continue the racial division amongst the people. The same people who gave you Black Lives Matter made the black and white chess pieces. The same people who gave you the KKK gave you the modern day racist Hebrew Israelite bullhorners on the corner. The same people who gave you the Emmett Till story also gave you the fake Rodney King beating, and it goes on and on. As I said in the previous video, if you going around still identifying yourself as black or white, then you are still in a deep sleep and have a chain around your mind mentally enslaving you, so that you will then teach it to your kids to enslave them. I am here to tell you all, the history of this world is not how they have painted it for us. They have fabricated the hate, positioned the fake, and the history they recreate. If it wasn't for the television, think about it, you would probably love your neighbor more. If it wasn't for the television and the teachers in the school drilling this black history in you, you would have never known what it was like to feel hatred in your heart towards another race. As soon as the television came out, division was one of the first things that they promoted, y'all. Why is that? Because without division, the so-called elites have no control. And as far as me and my house, Rosa Parks will never be idolized.